As a father of the bride, I can tell you, our planning goes back a little bit further. Like when we first hear the words, "It's a girl." I'll never forget, this is the tough part, I'll never forget when I first held Elizabeth. I thought I was holding perfection, because I was. And I had an emotion come over me that I never had before and only heard about, but in an instant fully understood. A father's love. So that's the point at which my journey as a potential father of the bride began. I had many wonderful experiences that kind of sort of helped me prepare for today. Really, there's no way of fully being prepared. But there were ballet recitals, being shown how Pink can accent just about anything. And we even had a shopping trip across this river for a prom dress, which almost gave me a heart attack because that prom dress strongly resembled a bridal gown. But all the while, over all these years, I'd hear this voice occasionally whispering to me, "You know, someday, you might have to walk her down an aisle." So here we are. Today's that day. And I couldn't be happier. Absolutely. The 7 years that you've known John, you've been in a state of joy. And today you are the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. John, you're a person of character. You are a self-made man. Many of you wouldn't know this, but John did serve in the Marine Corps, and followed by sending himself through college, and much later on, met and fell in love with our daughter, just like she did with him. And later on, he relocated to Indiana, not just to be close to her, but with her encouragement, pursued his dream of entering law school, where he excelled and graduated 2 weeks ago today. So he got his Juris Doctorate, and it goes without saying, May has been a busy month for John. While all that is important and impressive as it is, what really impresses Holly and me more than anything else is, John, how much you love, care for, and respect our daughter in a way that every parent wants for their child. So, Holly, Andrew, and I welcome you with open arms to our family, and Holly and I are very proud to claim you as our second son. Please join me in raising your glasses. Elizabeth and John, may God be with you always and bless your union, and may your marriage be the defining joy of your life. You are loved. Cheers.
Elizabeth, in this moment, I am overwhelmed with emotion, and I'm so happy to stand in front of you today. This has been 7 years in the making. I met you on a sidewalk outside a restaurant in Oklahoma. I knew that day. I promise, I knew. Today, I take your hand, and I'm never letting go. You, Elizabeth, are a beautiful person. You are ambitious, you are thoughtful, and you are purposeful. Today marks my call to be a better man for you. And I promise to never allow time to fade the feeling I've had for you since I met you all those years ago. Today, I join not only a wonderful person, but also a wonderful family. I love your father, Christopher, and your mother, Holly. I love Sam, I love Annetta, and I love Andrew, the bud. But I love you more. I've loved you from day one, and I love you today. I will love you tomorrow, and I will love you forever.
John Timothy Gilmore, better known as Gilms. 4th of July weekend, 7 years ago, we met and fell in love as instantly as two people can. I was captivated by your kindness and smitten with your sincerity. And as someone who loves a plan, I surprised myself by how quickly I allowed you to alter all of mine. Me became we, and I became, I don't want to live without you. You're everything I've ever wanted, and everything I didn't know I needed. You make me feel comfortable and confident and like I can conquer the world with just one hand as long as you're holding the other. Our love is a lot of little things, like surprise day and little spoon. Like how we're always planning our next trip and asking for the dinner seats at the bar. Like drinks out and movie nights in and long walks in bookshops. And our love is also the big things like today. Me standing before you, making the most important and the easiest decision of my life. And so surrounded by the people we love, I choose you to be my husband. And I vow to be yours forever. And so, as I always say, I love you more today than I did yesterday. And I promise to love you more every day after.
And my dear friends, I have the incredible honor of introducing for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. John Gilmore.